Everybody is talking about it. Go. Feeling like I have all these dreams, I can do all these things, but I haven't hit this quota. I haven't hit these marks. And so you feel like you failed.
What about doing it so that you feel good about it?
Go. Right? See?
Yeah. But when you don't know it, you're like, where is this going?
Yes,
how far are we going to go?
But I guess, for me,
Yeah.
I'm the type of person, I like creeks, I like walks, I like hikes. So if somebody took me there, I'd be like, sweet, this is great. I probably wouldn't trip. But I mean, okay, I guess I wasn't thinking that about the people in the group. I didn't think that. I did say, I advertised the event like, hey, let's go walk this creek. But, but I mean, I hear what you're saying. I didn't want people to quit and leave and like not enjoy it because I was like, I think you guys will enjoy this place. Yeah. Mm-hmm. But you know what? I have had my fair share of people who did not stick it out. And when I say didn't stick it out, I'm talking like, I was just like, could you at least go into the door and check out what it looks like inside before you just assume this place isn't good? You know what I mean? I actually, here's a story for you. I performed once a gig. I sold the tickets beforehand, right? Pre-sale. This is how I know I did. And I sold tickets 3, I think, to my grandmother. And she paid about $30. It was like $10 a ticket. $30 that she's paid. Drove all the way down to downtown Oakland. Parked. Walked to the nightclub where I was at for the gig. And then she's standing there with her. It was my uncle, rest in peace, my Uncle Eric. His daughter, Erica, and they're there. And my grandmother's just kind of like, and I'm excited. I just threw this gig. This is the first time I've ever gotten my grandmother to come down and see me perform live. I am juiced. I'm like, okay, starting to get support. I'm building something that's great. She gets to the door of the nightclub and she's like, she's stalling him. What are you doing? She's like, not only that, right before that, all my other friends we've all met outside. So they all know she's there. And I'm like, sweet, this is going to be great.
Yeah.
Then she goes, I don't think I'm going to go inside. I'm like, what? Wait, what do you mean? She's like, all that alcohol, cigarette smoke. And I'm like, no, they can't smoke inside. That's against the law. It's just happening. It's a bar. Like,
yeah.
I mean, it's going to be fine. And she's like, no, I don't want to do it. And so she leaves.
Oh.
And so I have in my mind the image of my grandmother walking away, her, my uncle, my little cousin. And I'm like, wait, what? But you already paid tickets. And in my mind, I know you're thinking $30. That's not a big deal. Yes, it is. When I was a kid, I only got in trouble or something if it cost her money. Yeah. So if I did something bad, but it didn't cost her money, she could be like, yeah, forgive you. God still loves you. Right? But but you spent $30. No, I see it in my mind, her walking away. Now, the thing is, she had a friend from church who bought tickets to the gig too.
Yeah.
That friend stayed. They had left at some point and came back and they watched my performance and then they go back and tell my grandmother, wow, your granddaughter was really great. It was great. She had so much fun. I'd love to support her. And then my grandmother's like, I guess I feel bad that I didn't stay. And I was like, oh, now you feel that way? Yeah. But I was also like, it took this stranger.
Someone else to tell you.
Yeah, to tell you. So for you to come down and just... Your presence there would have meant something. I remember going back into the club and my friends are like, where's your grandma? Where's your grandma? And I was like, she had to go.
Oh, that's sad.
Right? So so I'm like, I know that feeling of, so maybe that's maybe a pressure I would think that I could put on myself in the back of my mind. Being like, I got to make sure these people have a good time. Otherwise they'll leave and we won't get to the end of the adventure. And then they're like, actually, that was pretty fun. I'm glad you opened my mind up to something. I'm glad you showed me something completely new that I would never have tried, never have done. Then also, I guess maybe I might get hurt if I be like, you guys were all complaining about the creek. I'm like, you guys really think I'm going to take you guys to some like bank of water that's dangerous and just like lead you off the cliff like you're a lemming or something?
Yes.
Right. So, no. And I guess similarly to your grandmother, like people are always going to get to whatever place it has to be based on their own decisions.
Yeah.
Like I can never lead anyone somewhere that they don't choose to go.
Yeah.
So like I can't like either you choose to leave and you find out later, damn, I should have stayed, but it was my choice, or I chose to stay and I'm happy I stayed. Like the choice is always going to come down to the person.
And you have no control over it.
You know?
Yeah.
And the fact of like, not always, but people are going to trust themselves, good, bad, or indifferent. But like, prime example, I know that I get terrible motion sickness. Always have, right? Going on this rafting trip. People are telling me, oh no, you'll be cool. You'll be cool. It's not like being on a boat. Trust me. I'm not going to trust you more than I trust myself.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, so I hear what you're saying. Like, yes, I'm not going to lead you astray, but it's like, you're not my mama. You know what I'm saying? You're not me.
What are your credentials here?
My intuition is often going to, whether I find out later it was wrong is on me, but like my intuition is what I'm going to trust over whatever somebody's trying to convince me of.
Yeah.
And then I find out later if I was right or wrong, and then take that as a note for the next time. But like, I am the decision maker.
Yeah, I hear you on that. I do hear you, and I get that. You know, actually, I recently joined this business networking group, which is how I was able to meet the owner here, First Church of the Buzzard. Don't forget our sponsor for our episode today. But
location.
What'd you say?
Say undisclosed location.
Undisclosed location, yes, but super dope location. The thing is, I joined this business networking group, and we were taking these classes about better ways to network, present yourself, get people to, you know, want to do things with you. And it did actually say this thing that it was like, one of their advices was instead of promoting your business or what you're trying to do, just promote who you are. Let people get to know you. And I know you're nodding your head, you're like, oh yeah. You might think, of course, duh. Why would I buy anything from you if I don't know you? But you actually don't really think of that as the business owner or the artist, because you know your product. You know it's really good. It's just trying to convince you to thinking. And you're, as the business entrepreneur, you're so focused on the product, the goal, what you want to do, making that sell or whatever. And you know it's great, but you're forgetting that the people aren't always buying the product. They're buying you. 100%. They're invested in you. And when I learned that, I kind of felt like there was almost this like, ding, like just that went off in my head. And I was like, oh, I wonder if that's actually what's kind of been holding me back a little bit. Maybe I've been going in a little too hard and not allowing them to like know me. But see, this is, again, along these lines of like 15 minutes to failures, things that we do, that what behaviors are we doing that are causing us to fail. And they're not always intentional. Sometimes it's just you don't know what you don't know.
Right. Yeah. And I mean, like, to your point around having this aha moment of, no, it's me. I am the brand. And I think it's like you going back to this idea of being popular. It's like, but why should people flock to you?
Yeah.
Right? Like, you can't just have an idea, in the general you, not like you specifically, but this idea of, I want to blow up, I want to be huge, just cause.
Yeah.
You know,
right.
or
like
just because I know my shit is good. And it's like, okay, but the rest of the people don't know that.
Yeah, they don't know
So,
that. They
like,
don't know that. Yeah.
What's going to make them even feel comfortable enough with you, or intrigued or bought in or whatever it is, to not just check you out but continue to follow you, and then bring other people on, and they bring other people on, and that's what leads to this balloon effect. But it's like there has to be something that someone is seeking in order to even want to follow it.
Yeah.
It's not just like, and I think unfortunately there's everything is like being put in our faces, and there's just like, follow me here and do this, and I sell this and I sell that, and it's like, you and 50,000 other people. So like, why the F should I care about yours over these other 49,000? I have to be invested in you to some degree. Yeah.
Totally.
Yeah, that's really good. Yeah, that was really, and just kind of like learning that. And it's, I think another thing that causes a lot of people to fail is actually that self-absorbed thought. And here, my thing about people being self-absorbed, it isn't always that people are thinking super great things about themselves. Sometimes they're thinking really negative about themselves. I actually I feel like when I find out that someone's kind of insecure, that's a really red flag for me for that person, because then like you never really know.
You don't know their authentic self because there's
the authentic self.
Yeah.
Sometimes I feel like you can't entirely trust that person because you never know how they might, what choices that they're making. Maybe you're having success and they're attacking that in some really, I don't know, microaggression kind of way, like, or just coming for you. And it's really just because it's based on their insecurity. So that's a real red flag for me in people. But I don't know. Just, I think that people don't trust themselves. They get really self-absorbed, and then they stop thinking about the audience. Like when I was working at this other place and I was trying to, I've worked for other artists to help them do some things too in support, and I love that. But sometimes I hate it when you see, I'm like, oh, okay, I see the problem that you're having. Let's make this one adjustment. And the adjustment, the reason why we're making this is because the audience actually can't hear it.
Yeah.
Or they can't see it or something. And I've had so many people I've worked with say, oh, no, I can hear it. It's fine. And I'm thinking, yeah, no, you're the presenter. Can the audience hear it? Oh, my voice is loud enough. Is it? You don't know what person in your audience has a hearing problem unless you went up to each person and asked them. And people will get shy. They like won't say anything.
Yeah.
And they'll say to the person next to them, I can't hear anything that they're saying. And they won't say it to you. So I've seen definitely some people shoot themselves in the foot. And I think that that's based on a comfort level. Sometimes I think people don't want to be successful. I felt this way at the radio station.
You felt like?
I felt like sometimes people, their failure is that they've committed themselves to a homeostasis. They're like, it's working good enough. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. And I feel like we should always be trying to improve. Like it should always be getting better. Like I feel like here I am today. Next year, I want to be in another place where I'm like, all right, it's been building. It's been growing. It should always be getting better. It can always get better.
Yeah.
If you go back and you look at a Michael Jackson concert and you look at a song, if you think of, I'm just trying to think, okay, Human Nature, right? Great song. Watch him perform that on the Victory Tour. Watch him perform that on a History Tour. And you see the total evolutions where these spots, he kept adding little things, little things that made it more dramatic. He kept stops, accents, little dance moves. And you can see it, I've seen it performed on the Victory Tour in '83, the footage of that, and then seen it from the late '90s and been just how it progressed. And I like that.
It's kind of like the puppet show that you're talking about.
Yeah, yes.
Probably every year.
Just a little thing.
Small
Just a
changes.
little thing where it's just you see it 1 year and then you can come back 5 years later and be like, oh, I saw this one. And be like, oh, yeah. And it's become this completely dramatic, big thing. Some people don't want to do it. Some people are just like, oh, we did it like this. It worked fine.
And I think those people aren't as invested, or there's not as much of a connection to whatever the thing is that they're doing. Because some people are cool at it's working. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. I'm coasting. I don't need to excel. I don't need, and that's them. But I also think that there must not be an emotional or intrinsic connection to it, because it's if it's something you really care about, you're going to want to nurture it.
Yeah.
In my opinion.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? If you don't really care about it and you're like, all right, well, it's cool.
Yeah.
It doesn't really matter.
Yeah.
The people don't need to hear me in the back if they can't hear me, but it's no, but I want this experience. I want the people who are engaging in this experience to love it and to want more of it and to see the progression. And so you have to have a connection, I think, to the thing, which also might be, though, why people don't try, because, and I can speak for myself, because you are so emotionally connected to something, the idea of failure keeps you from trying because of how painful that could be.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That's fair.
Yeah.
That is fair. That is fair.
man.
Yeah, but you only miss 100% of the shots you don't take, right?
Yeah.
I feel like I knew this guy once. He was a life coach. I met him in college, and he was just like, if you're gonna fail, put yourself out there, make it worth it, make that failure work it
100%.
big, make sure people saw it. Make sure you were just like, you felt some type of, make it big. If you're going to fail, then at least you know you really left everything out there. You really put yourself, because
You really failed.
You really failed. But I mean,
what is failure though? Like,
that's what I'm saying. Like, what is it fail? Is it
Yeah.
not achieving, or could you actually achieve something and find yourself, you're just getting stagnant, where I'm like, that's, somebody here looks like thinks it's a failure. Somebody else thinks like you're winning. It could be so many things. It's really just how we're seeing it in our heads, like that pressure you're putting on yourself. This pressure. I feel like if you're just doing it, there you go. This.
Right.
Yeah.
Agreed.
I think I'm at this place in life too. I actually had a friend who just kind of passed away. He's only a few years older than me. And then I think about like 20 years ago, he had lived half his life. And I was just like, it's really made me think of things in a different way, where I'm like, I really feel like I want to try to be really present. I really don't want to put a bunch of pressure on myself. I got texts from you guys this morning. You're just like, we're running like 30 minutes late. And I was just like, I think we'll be fine. We need setup time too. So I'm like, I'm like, and I could see myself being younger and being like, oh, I wish they were there. Hurry up.
Supposed to be here.
But now I'm just like, it's cool. I want it to be, I want to have fun.
Yeah.
I want to have fun. I want to dress up in costumes. I want to go to a cool location. I want to like talk about fun stuff. I want to do some active, like I want to put up colors and graphics and stuff like, and I think that's really when people, that shows in the art. It shows in the product. People can see it, like they're having fun. If they're having that much fun, I want to, what were they doing? That was that fun. Like people can see that. 15 minutes to failure. Yes. 15 minutes of fame though. Here we are.
15 minutes to fun.
15 minutes fun. Yeah. My name is mikO Tolliver.
Mine's Antonio Ortiz. 15 minutes of freedom.
Oh, do you like that? Is that because of your costume?
Authenticity.
Yeah. Don't forget, you can watch this podcast. You can be listening to it. And for those of you guys who are just listening to it, you can't see it, definitely go back and check out the video. But again, we're all dressed up today. I'm dressed up as a red coat. Antonio is...
Blue coat.
Is that blue coat? George Washington. That's actually what it
really
says
George
on.
Washington?
That's what it says on the bag, the costume bag. And YannaT is Colin Kaepernick. It looks great. She's got that's an actual official. That's a Super Bowl jersey. Yeah, it's an official jersey. So it is July 2026. We're here celebrating Independence Day. I guess 250 years of this crazy country. Yeah. And then also, I know you were singing a little song before at the beginning of this. Should I bust out the abridged version of the national anthem that I've done?
You should do it. Do it.
Yeah.
Go for it.
Yeah. Have you heard it? It's really great.
Jaw dropping.
He can actually attest. He can
not really
attest that
that
it is actually jaw dropping, because he was in a meeting once where it was played for people and they weren't expecting it. And I think they dropped their jaws.
I started laughing.
Let's
I started
do it.
laughing. I was like, oh, this is hilarious.
Okay, it's it's the national anthem. I play it on guitar, but it's like abridged, and I put in like gunshots, cash registers.
Okay,
little
I like
clips
that.
from like Trump clips from Reagan,
like that.
and it's like in throughout the and they wouldn't play it on the listener supported free speech radio station because I'm too hard for the fucking radio.
It's kind of like where we're at right now. You're finding the right audience.
Yeah,
that's what you're doing.
I am finding the right audience.
Yeah.
That actually is really important.
Yeah,
that really
kind of like what you're saying here, where the world's a big place. You find your tribe.
Yeah,
the people that understand you.
Find your tribe, but I would say I get attached. I'm the type of person who gets attached. Like I'm the type of person, if I move someplace and then I go out and take my trash and I run into the trash guy and then I'll start talking to him. And next thing you know, in 6 months, I'll be like, how did you say your baby is doing? Or next year, I'll be like, can you come? You think you guys are going to be here exactly at 3? I'm going to have a house sitter. Like I will build that relationship, and
But that's that.
Yeah. That's my secret. That's my talent.
That's what you just said earlier.
Yeah.
Like that's what is required to draw the people in.
But I'm more saying like I'm not that like, as much as I might be like, oh, I'd love to be if it was super popular and famous and stuff. But I think that actually comes with a level of being like fake, and I can't really do that. Kind of to some degree, not always,
Or
but
like super authentic.
Some people are, but some people really don't like that super authenticity. In fact, I think maybe my issue is maybe I had a bad experience earlier in life where people didn't like me being as authentic. And so I took that to being like, that means people will reject you for those things. And they will. And when you're a kid, that's a hard pill to swallow. As an adult, you might be like, it is what it is. I don't know what to tell you. Like, I can't be anybody else. And but you get more comfortable with yourself. You accept the world. But that's, and I think so many people are dealing with that, like accepting yourself, where maybe that is what leads to the failure. They're doing these things because they have an idea of how they want things to look. Procrastination, maybe not valuing themselves. That procrastination one, I don't think that that's as huge a problem for me. I try to really work on that, but I see it in other people, and I just.
For me, it's the doing what other people want you to do, even though you don't want to do it.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Because you feel like you have to.
Yeah.
Right. That's the part.
Feeling obligated.
The obligation. Yeah.
Okay.
Or like, this is what I have to do to get to this part where I think I want to be.
Yeah.
And then you listen to other folks who get there in some other route, and you think, oh, they just did it a different way, and they actually enjoyed the process. But I did it because someone else said that this is what has to happen, and then so therefore you kind of sludge through it, and it's not fun.
You think they're sellouts? You don't want to be a sellout.
No, not sellouts. It's just, sometimes you get pulled into things because out of obligation.
Okay.
Or you feel like it's what you have to do.
All right. Well, 15 minutes to fame today. We talked about 15 minutes to failure. We're here celebrating Independence Day. Whether you celebrate it or not, where you think it's problematic, we have so many different characters for you to choose from. We've got some rockets in the back. They were supplied to us. These actually have been blasted off for you guys who are looking at the video. We've got rockets here. If you guys just listening on podcast, these have actually been blown up. They've been.
You mean blown out?
That's a real rocket. Yes, you see
up.
that hole there? That's because that's been exploded. Thank you so much for participating and supporting us.
Participating by following, subscribing, going on the Patreon.
Yes, thank you. Yes. Patreon.com/mikO Tolliver. Yes, support us. I think, I'm trying to get better at remembering my skills of fundraising from the station, which I think I actually have generated some.
Yeah,
here, you got to tell people first, like, what's your goal? Our goal is we actually do need some more mics. That's going to be about, I think if we can get like $1,000, it would be super great.
Yes.
So definitely, you can to be a supporter on Patreon for $5, and you can get some of our hidden content. And you support us. Send us some costumes. P.O. Box 10961, Oakland, California. Make sure to like, subscribe. Thank you for so much. Following me at mikO Tolliver, 2 L's. Don't worry about Antonio.
You can find me through mikO Tolliver.
Don't you dare to be sending me messages to him. Follow YannaT 904.
YannaT
Yeah. And I'm definitely putting up the ads. I'm putting up little graphics when I go back in. Yeah. Thank you so much though for supporting us. It's been great. Thank you to First Church of the Buzzard letting us record here and film today. Thank you so much. We are 15 minutes to fame.
We out.
We out.